All right, Shalom. Let me make sure real quick that my page is running. Shalom, Shalom. All right, a little off, but it'll work. All right, so with that being said, Shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakat Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Hakim and the Aquat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shuab. I'm one back at you with another lesson. And title of this lesson is called Pride Spirit Lurks in the Air. All right. So we are to remain prayed up and humble. Okay. Salakia, I haven't been able to post on this channel. Well, these two channels that I'm on right now. I was given a strike on the one. The other one I had no access to at all. I actually thought they terminated, and somehow one of the brothers hit me back and said that that channel still is still on the internet. And I went back into it, and I was able to load it back up onto my YouTube, to my StreamYard, and being able to use it. So again, Salaki, I haven't been posting on these two channels. I've been on my main channel. That's why. Which I'll do a lesson giving the link to my main channel, but my main channel right now just caught a strike, so that's why I was able to come back to these. So when I do leave the link, Baba Shaw, if you could subscribe to my main channel, and if you're from my main channel and don't have these channels, Baba Shaw, subscribe. All right, so going into this topic of this pride. All right. Right now, there is a very, very high, proud spirit that's lurking in the air, all right, amongst Israel. Okay. You have to understand, matter of fact, before I continue, let me bring out this precept real quick. All right. This is Matthew 26. Give me 1 second. Let me grab it from here. It's locking my computer a little slow. I should be updating it, but I don't want to update it because sometimes they erase shit when you update. Let me just grab it from here. It's just taking forever to load on the other one. This is Matthew. Now it wants to load on here too. Come on, man. All right. This is Matthew 26. Come on, man. For real, though. This is Matthew 26 and 41. And it says, which I actually have to screen record real quick. My screen share. All right, there we go. All right. There we go. So going into Matthew 26 and 41, it says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation, that the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. All right. And this is why we have to stay and remain prayed up at all times, because no matter how much of this truth you have, all right, we live in the flesh, man. All right. So temptation is around us at all time. Demons are always attacking us. All right. You have to remain prayed up on a daily basis. You have to constantly repent. You have to, even if you know this truth and you have so much knowledge in it, you have to remain humble. All right. Because your flesh, all right, could go off at any time. And I want to bring that up in the interlinear. Let me see what it says. All right, in 41 it says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. Let's go into temptation. And we know these words, but let's see what it says otherwise in the blue letter. All right, I want to go into temptation. I want to go into willing. Okay, temptation goes into parasmos. All right, and it goes into an experiment, attempt, trial, proving. All right, it says trial, proving the trial made of you by my bodily condition. Okay, since condition served as to test the love of the Galatians toward Paul. All right, it says the trial of man's fidelity, integrity, virtue, constancy. All right, it says an enticement to sin, temptation. All right, whether arising from the desires or from the outward circumstances, an internal temptation to sin. All right, of the temptation by which the devil sought to divert Yahushua HaMashiach from his divine errand. All right, it says of the conditions of this, of things or a mental state by which are enticed to sin or to lapse from the faith and holiness, adversity, affliction, trouble. Okay, sent by Yahweh and serving to test or prove one's character, faith, holiness. Man, this is heavy right now. Right? Rebelling against Yahweh, by which his power and justice are, as it were, but put to prove and challenge to show themselves. All right. So going back to what I was saying, you have to understand that right now, Israel is being sifted on a very, very, very high level. All right. The Lord said that he would sift the house of Israel. Okay. So through the spirit, you have to understand that the Lord right now has a straight pride spirit in the air. And because Israel is being sifted, you're seeing a lot of older, I'm not even gonna say older, let me just put it like this: people that have been in the truth for a while, that know the scriptures, that know this word. All right, even them are being sifted in this truth. And the Lord is about drama. Brothers always go into how the Lord loves drama. So if the Lord loves drama, there's at one point that the Lord's going to put drama amongst Israel, especially those that know the truth. So with this whole sifting process right now, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is literally sifting and putting out drama amongst our brethren, amongst us, to see who's really about this truth. All right, to see who is going to stick up. Let me not even say that way. Who's going to pick each other up, and who's going to turn against each other. All right, who's going to start talking shit about each other, or who's going to pretty much ignore the bickering. All right, which that's a fucking woman's trait. All right, but avoid the bickering and continue to keep their eyes on the mission. All right, there's a lot of things going on. Again, brothers that have been in this truth for a long time are being dropped from these from the camps, and brothers are falling out the truth. a lot of things going on, man. And with all this CERN shit in the air too, you know, spiritual wickedness in hot places, it doesn't help. Okay, so the Lord is literally testing people in the truth right now as we speak to see what you're really about. Okay. And I advise brothers to remain circumspect, constantly watching, constantly being prayed up, constantly keeping your eyes, yourself focused on the mission. Because while all this sifting is going on, we're forgetting that prophecies fucking happening day to day, second to second, minute to minute. All right. So what we just read, all right, let me bring it from this side real quick. It says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. This is why you have to, because the house of Israel is constantly, you know, right now being sifted, all right, and being tested, okay? We have to pray all the time, man. You have to remain humble. You cannot let knowledge puff itself up, all right? You can have all the knowledge in the world, man, but if you're not remaining humble, that all that fucking work is going out the window. Okay. To the point where, look, the Lord could put a lying spirit on you and could deceive you with delusional lies to the point that you've been such a diligent brother in doing what you're supposed to do that you might not even realize little by little you're puffing yourself up with knowledge, and then out of nowhere the Lord will put a spirit on you and you won't realize that spirit is on you, and you continue to keep going about your business like nothing's happening. See, even if you're doing well by the Lord, you should always be feeling like you're not doing enough, and you should always be feeling like, you know, you might be going off somewhere. You see, going back to make you examine yourself, because nobody knows themselves better than you. So you have to examine yourself daily in this truth. I don't care how many videos you got, how much you've been pushing yourself out there, okay? How much you think that you're in the works. Examine yourself daily, man. Okay, because that's part of that humbling process. To examine yourself on a daily is to be humble and remaining humble at all times. So we have to watch and pray that we enter not into temptation. Any of these right here. Okay, this is, let's read this one again. This one says, what of the temptation by which the devil sought to divert Yahushua Mashiach from his divine errand? Yeah, because when you had Yahushua came from his 40-day fast, man, 40 days, 40 nights, what did you have? You had Satan come to fuck with him. You see? You had, Salah, I never even say it like that. You had Satan come to mess with him, all right? And what did he do? He tried to get him at his weakest point. So remember, the Lord said that we have to stay circumspect at all times, right? Because the devil, all right, your adversary, the devil, is seeking whom he may devour. So that's Satan's job on a daily basis, man. So he is constantly looking, especially the men of the Lord. He can't wait till somebody slip up and catch him sleeping, because that's when it's going to be his time to jump in his mind. Okay, that's when it's going to be time for him to jump on him and try to make him do wickedness. All right, so we have to stay what? Meek in this truth, humble, constant praying, because what? Let's go up to here. You can become an experiment to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, let me see. Let me experiment on him and see. All right, this is a real diligent brother. He's doing good. Let's turn it up a notch. Okay, you can never get too comfortable in this truth, man. All right. So what does he do? You become an experiment, and he attempts. Okay, he's gonna attempt to prove you in your trial. All right, to see what you're really made out of. Even amongst your own brothers, man, your closest brothers, your best friend, it can happen. I'm not saying that's what it is, but it can happen because Satan is going to try you in any way he can. All right. So now, all right, this trial is made of you by your what? Bodily condition. Okay. And because we are one in the body of Yahushua, all right, and because our flesh is weak, okay, we are a main target at all times, whether it's spiritual counter Satan, demons and things, or if it's, you know, physical counter Satan, your adversary, you know, that's trying to get you down. We are always a target, all right? So you I have to pray because your flesh is weak. That's a bodily condition, that your flesh is weak. We live in the flesh, man. You're never going to be perfect. Okay. Now it says fidelity. It says the trial of a man's fidelity, integrity. All right. Let's go into fidelity, Salakia. Let's see what it says. All right. It says fidelity is to, 1 second. It says faithfulness to a person, cause, or belief demonstrated by continual loyalty and support. Woo! You see, because the Lord right now is to the point where he even sifting our own men amongst each other to see if they're going to what? Be loyal to each other. If they're going to pick each other up and support each other. Okay? The Lord don't want to see us turn against each other, man. And there's a lot of that going on right now, man. There's a lot of people turning against each other. You're hearing about all this extra bickering that you didn't even know about the whole time, and all of a sudden that's that enmity underneath everybody, bro. Everybody, that's that enmity that you pretty much had in you this whole time, but you were hiding it. You were playing with it, trying to act like you ain't have it, but you did. But now it's showing, you see, because at one point that's going to show. You see, and see the phone hit the chime on that. All right. You starting to see a lot of people, their true colors coming out. Like, damn, you had that type of thought in your mind the whole time. That's why you stay prayed up. That's why you have to cast out all leaven out of your body at all times. That's why you examine yourself. Because if you're having thoughts like that, you rebuke those thoughts. Clear it up. You got a quarrel against a brother, clear it up. Let it be known off the rip. All right. Don't continue with that, because that's just going to get worse and worse. Okay. And a lot of brothers are being put on blast because pride is showing, man. Pride is really showing. There's different types of levels of pride, okay? So you have to be careful, man. All right, it says, matter of fact, we get it out of there. Let's go into integrity, all right? It says integrity. It says the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. You see, the state of being whole or undivided. Woo! And these words are hitting right now. All right. So, we have to remember our principles in this truth. Okay. If there's a problem with a brother, all right, let a brother know, hey, hit him up on the side. No need. All right. Remember, we're all trying to strive for the. Now, if you're going completely off, hey, you're going to catch a rebuke video, man. And that's real love. Brothers is just going to show you, yo, you're going off. All right. But let's just say, instance, you're real close with brothers, and brother go off, hey, send him a text. Hey, brother, you going off, and pick that brother up instead of trying to put a brother on blast. Okay. And because remember, we're all striving to be in that same accord and be in the right spirit. All right. So we have to pick each other up. Okay. Unless, like I said, unless you on just some Sakari shit, IUIC shit, where you just completely going off on breakdowns and things like that, then, and it's continuing habitual. It's just like, all right, these people are out the truth. These people are just gone. All right. But sometimes a brother might make a mistake and say something the wrong way. Hey, you pick them up. Now, if it's a continual thing, then now you see that this brother's just completely off. All right. But if a brother goes off on a mistake, you don't know what happened right off. They might have just been thinking something. You have to examine that moment for that situation for the moment. All right. And if you have to, hey, you hit the brother up on the side. Yo, listen, you were going off on this. You got to fix that, this and that. Okay. That's charity between each other, man. That's picking each other up as the body. Okay. And it's vice versa with the opposite. Okay. So we have to constantly be, remembering our principles of, being one with Yahushua, man, and having no schisms. All right. Don't just be quick to rebuke hard. You know what I'm saying? So, you got, let me see, it says moral principles or moral uprightness. Okay. It says the state of being whole or undivided. All right. Which we are supposed to be as one, a whole. All right. We're not supposed to be undivided. All right. Because if you're divided, what did the Lord say? All right. Rebuke them sharply, man. that they may be sound in the faith. He said, mark them that cause division. Okay. So these is things that we have to do. Let's grab virtue. See what it says. Virtue says the trial of a man's fidelity, integrity, and virtue. All right. It says behavior showing high moral standards of quality considered morally good or desirable in a person. Okay. Show your true morals of the brotherhood, man. Showing each other that we here for each other. Okay. That we're ready to pick each other up instead of trying to be against each other and having this fucking enmity on the low, man. These quarrels, okay? It says goodness, virtuousness. It says righteousness, upstandingness, integrity, dignity. All right, which dignity you want to go into? Damn, won't let me go in there. Dignity, you know what I'm saying? Someone's dignity could turn into a prideful state. You got to watch that, man. All right, let's see this constancy. It says the quality of being faithful and dependable. Yeah, absolutely. We have to be faithful, remain faithful to each other and dependable. See, because if you're not dependable, then you can't go on to the next person for some advice. You can't get to that next person and trust that person. That's not what it's about in this truth, man. Yahweh Shah said that we have to be, brothers to one another. And those that hate their brothers, all right, you're considered as a murderer, man. All right, so you have to be careful how we move in this truth. And again, because the Lord is sifting Israel right now on a high level, especially with that pride, you're starting to see the shameness pull out of people, man. Okay. It says of the conditions, let me see, if the conditions or a mental state by which are enticed to sin or to lapse, from the faith and holiness. Yeah, because you're put in a certain state of mind, your thoughts start messing with you, and then what? It goes into basically Satan sifting you, going inward agitation, all right, to basically drive you away from faith. All right, drive you away from the brotherhood, drive you away from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And by the time you know it, it's too late, man. You just fell out on some sneaky shit of Satan messing with you. All right. It says adversity, affliction, trouble sent by Yahweh and serving to test. See, we're tested on a daily basis. This is why you have to what? You have to remain in prayer. All right, because the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak, and we live in the flesh on a daily basis. All right, let's go as a matter of fact into that word. I gotta watch my time. Yeah, my timing. This is let me go back into what did I want? The spirit. Shit. The spirit indeed is willing meaning ready. See in the mind, we're ready to do something, all right, to move and proceed to do the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But you have to remember that flesh is gonna what? Is gonna try to hold you back. Is weak. All right. So as long as you stay prayed up and things like that, you have that protection barrier on you. Okay. As long as you're constantly in the righteous thoughts, that protection barrier will be around you. But if you give a little squeeze for Satan to come, it could turn out a whole different way. All right. Shalom. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Brother Ash. So going back, all right. Let me go to next precept. Let me see what I had here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to where was that? Yep, 1 Peter 5. Let's go to 1 Peter 5. First Peter 5, and we were just bringing this out. This is 5 and 5. It says, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yeah, all of you be subject one to another and be clothed with humility. This is what goes into being humble. You got to stay. It don't matter how hard you go, how much stay in humility, stay humble. All right, because if what does it say in the scriptures? If a man think himself to be something when he is not, he deceiveth himself, man. We are, the Lord can make us nothing by tomorrow, you know. So you have to continue to stay in humility. That's what keeps us going. That's what keeps Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai saying, you know what? This man's remaining humble. He's remaining with humility. All right. And it's acceptable to the Lord. All right. It says, for Yahweh resisteth the proud. Yeah, he's not dealing with the proud, man. That pride is if Esau is hated for his pride and Esau is hated by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, imagine when our people get in a prideful state. And to get in a prideful state is the worst thing you can ever do. Why? Because pride is when one departed from his maker, man. All right, let's grab that real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus 12. All right. I mean, Salakia is 10. My bad. It's 10. Ecclesiasticus 10, and let's start from 7. It says, pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, and by both does one commit iniquity. Yeah, because eventually he's going to lead you into sin. Why? Because your flesh is weak. All right. Going back, go down to 12. It says, the beginning of pride is when one departeth from Yahweh and his heart is turned away from his maker. And listen, again, there's levels to pride. So once you put that pride out and you're showing signs of it, if you're not examining yourself, you're going to fall into a hole that you're not even realizing into. Because remember, the Lord could put a delusional spirit on you to make you feel you're doing righteously, you're doing the right thing and all that. Listen, I've been through it myself, you know, where I had to catch myself and I'm like, yo, I think I'm being prideful. And I had to pray upon it and hey, the Lord gave me signs to let me know, yep, you're right. You're being prideful. And then I had to suffer for it, where I had to feel bugged out for a little bit. And I have to I'm here trying to bring out a lesson and I can't, because I'm just like, man, it's bothering me inside that I was like that. And I got to constantly be repenting on it. Like, Salakia, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's not what I meant to be. You know, I played myself, you know, and you know, it'll creep up on you, man, without you knowing, man. And it's scary because, again, people are falling out left to right. So don't be a victim of that, man. Don't let that pride creep up on you without you noticing, because you're not examining yourself daily, man. Because we tend to, because we're doing so good and trying to put out all this work, and we're doing what we're doing. You can literally puff yourself up with knowledge without realizing it, man. And next thing you know, that's when that little pride will kick in. All right. Next thing you know, little by little, you putting yourself in a predicament, and next thing you know, there might be something out, you know. And people are letting you know, you see. So it says, pride is when one departed from Yahweh and his heart is turned away from his maker. All right. And once you turn away from Yahweh, you're following in the steps of Satan, man, where he laughing at you. That's what he wants. Remember, his job is to get you away from the truth. Okay. It says, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that has it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai brought upon them strange calamities, you see, and overthrew them utterly. See, this is because that pride spirit is in the air right now, and the Lord is sifting the house of Israel to see where they really at with each other amongst the brotherhood. This is the strange calamities that's coming upon us, you know. And next thing you know, you're looking at shit and you're like, oh, damn, this brother, I thought this brother was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And you come to find out, no, because this brother had a certain pride spirit behind closed doors. This is why we say you better be bringing out the word according to what you're preaching, man. Because you could just preach the word, but when you off camera, you're just a whole fucking different person. All right. You have to live according to that way of you preaching. If you're preaching Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, you must remain in the steps of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai all times, on camera, off camera, man, daily. Okay. Whether you're talking to brothers or you're not talking to brothers. All right. And this is for myself first and foremost, always. Again, when I do lessons, lessons are done for yourself first, because you yourself are your own teacher. You yourself are your own enemy in this truth, you know. That's the hardest battle, is you and yourself. So of course we're doing this for the elect and for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, but it's also for you, man, because you have to go through your own videos sometimes, because we're in spirit when we're speaking. So sometimes we say things we didn't even know we said, you know, and then you go back, you're like, damn, man, the spirit was really on me. I didn't even know that was being said, you know, and you just learn something off of your own lesson. All right. So you have to be careful with that. All right. So it says the Lord has cast Salakia. As a matter of fact, yeah, the Lord has cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead. And remember, you're always replaceable in this truth. The Lord can take you out in 2 seconds and replace you with the next. All right. So this is why you remain humble in this truth. All right. You got the Lord has plucked up the roots of proud nations and planted the lowly in their place. All right. So if he's plucking up the roots of the proud nations, imagine the people of Israel, all right, especially those that know the truth and they want to act proud, man. It says, let me go down to, I think it's, give me 1 second. That was actually the point. There's no more. Yeah, this is the one I wanted. This is 18. It says, pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. See, so the point is, the Lord hates pride, man. The Lord was not there to, it has not made us to be in that prideful spirit. Okay, as a matter of fact, let me grab, let me open up another one real quick. Gotta remain on this time. Yeah, I got a little bit of time, not too much, but let me open this back up. Let me just put pride so I don't have to keep looking for it. Probably a couple of them will come up. Yeah, this is Proverbs 8 and 13. It says, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy. So if you feel pride in you, shit, you should hate that off the rip and you should rebuke that. It says, in the evil way and the forward mouth do I hate. Okay. It says, Proverbs 11 and 2, it says, when pride cometh, then cometh shame. You see? That's when things start happening, you start being put on blast, man, because that's that shame that came with your pride that you didn't realize. But with the lowly is wisdom. Yeah, the one that remains humble, quiet, you know, just keep doing the works, focused on the mission. All right. It says, only by pride, this is Proverbs 13 and 10, only by pride cometh contention, but with the well advised is wisdom. This damn slacking. All right. It says, only by pride cometh contention, but with the well advised is wisdom. All right. Let's go to this word contention real quick. Yeah, now I'm in a rush. So I realized this damn computer was taking forever to turn on. Strife, contention, quarrel. You see? Hey, beautiful. This is why this quarrels happen amongst our people right now. Our own brothers pretty much turning against each other. Okay, because what did it just say? It says only by pride cometh contention. So when that pride is in the air, and because we've been seeing a lot of videos of brothers fighting with each other and being among against each other, that's why. This is how I know that that pride spirit is in the air, man, because there's too much quarrels going amongst brotherhood, too much enmity on the low that's been there the whole time. That's why the Lord tell you to release that, man, to let go of that leaven. All right. So only by pride cometh contention. So now we know that the pride is definitely in the air because there's so much going on amongst the brotherhood. But with the well advised is wisdom. All right. And we know that the Lord, all right, can take wisdom away from you at any moment and use it against you. So all the wisdom, let me grab this real quick. Knowledge puffed up real quick. Let me got it in mind. This is oh yeah, this is 1 Corinthians. Let me grab it from here. Let me do another one. Salakia. This is 1 Corinthians 8. 1 Corinthians 8:1, it says, now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. You know, charity amongst the brotherhood, remaining humble. All right. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know. But if any man love Yahweh, the same is known of him. Okay. So when we puff ourselves up in knowledge, all right, that's what'll cause us to pretty much bring that strife and contention amongst ourselves. And just by you having that wisdom, it's a beautiful thing, but that wisdom could be taken away from you. All right, to the point where, let's grab that real quick, Ecclesiasticus 4, and I'll read this real quick. It says, let me grab it from, I'll start from 18, so I'll just get to the point. It says 4:18, it says, then, because this is speaking of wisdom, it says, then will she return to the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. Observe the opportunity and beware of evil, you see, and be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul. See, when it got to do with our soul, when it got to do with us, by examining yourself, never be ashamed of that, man. Don't be ashamed to be rebuked. Let me just say, to be corrected. All right. Don't get offended. You know, you got people that get offended right away. You know, they start speaking about I, me, you know, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Whoop-de-doo. All right. It's not about you. It's about the brotherhood. It's about Yahweh Shai ultimately, man. There's truth. All right. That's what I mean. You have to remain on the mission, because the mission is Yahweh Shai, nothing else. It's not about us at the end of the day, man. We're just doing this works in hopes that the Lord have mercy upon us and that we're able to get by, man. But at the end of the day, it's about Yahweh Shai making his return comfortable. All right. Bringing out that red carpet for when he returned, he destroyed his place so we can live in righteousness. Okay. It says, for there is a shame that bringeth sin, and there is a shame which is glory and grace. And that shame of glory and grace is that humbleness. But that shame that bringeth sin is that proud spirit. You see, that knowledge puffeth up. All right. And you don't want to puff yourself up like that, man, because we all have knowledge. All right. So we have to pick each other up, iron and sharpeth iron, you know, and get it. And basically, with the knowledge of each other, the knowledge that we have according to what the Lord has given us, we combine that together, man. All right. To destroy the wickedness of this world, to destroy this damn devil. Okay. That's what we have to do. It's like Captain Planet. When our powers combine, we are Captain Planet. Well, that with our powers that we have of this truth and knowledge, we combine together instead of going against each other. Because remember, that's what the Lord, that's what Satan wants us to do, to turn against each other. Because then if we turn, look, with all this shit that's going on right now, with all these different people falling out, all these different quarrels coming up out of nowhere, all right, videos coming out and everything, all this is happening. But meanwhile, you got all this shit with Taiwan and all these other countries, you know, prophecy happening right before your eyes, passing right by your nose. So while we're that's Satan getting our mind on each other instead of doing what we're supposed to be doing and prophesying, all right, and making sure that everybody's getting edified of what's happening right before your eyes, man. You see? So let's jump into Job real quick. All right, this is Job 33. And 17. And it says 15, it says, in a dream and a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions. Yeah, because we understand that we're sealed with the instructions of what to do on a daily basis when we go to sleep. It says that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. You see? So you want Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to continue to seal you with the instruction of his purpose. All right. That he wants you to that he wants you to continue in this truth and pertaining to him, okay? And that he hides you from pride of man. You see, but if you're not doing what you're supposed to, all right, he's gonna put you into that spirit where you're gonna end up going into the prideful spirit of man, okay? Then you're not gonna be doing his purpose. You're gonna be wanting to do your purpose, what you're feeling is the proper thing. Oh, well, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. I got this many works out, well, I'm good. I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Well, that's a prideful spirit already, you see? And you're messing yourself up with that. Okay, let's grab, what else did I want? Let me go back to that. I had this real quick. So it says, 1 Peter 5 and 6, it says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time. Yeah, don't exalt yourself. All right. Because when you exalt yourself, that's when one can fall. This is Ecclesiasticus 1 and 20, I think it's 30. It says, exalt not thyself, lest thou fall and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so Yahweh will discover thy secrets and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation. You see, and people are being casted down in the midst of the congregation right now. People that have been in this truth, people that have been in this truth for a long time. You see, a lot of true colors are coming out. And that means if you're being exposed and you've been in the truth for so long, all right, that means from the beginning you already still had that enmity towards brothers, or you had that prideful spirit the whole time, and the Lord was just using you to bring out the lesson and bring out edifying lessons and give this word to others, but you're going to be used as a castaway. And you don't want that to happen, man. That's the scariest thing. I pray for things like that all the time, man, that I'm not being used to just bring in the next man and then be used as a castaway later, and poof, not even going to be part of the truth. Never was part of the elect, you see? So you got to fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So it says, exalt not thyself, lest thou fall and bring dishonor upon thyself. And so Yahweh discover thy secrets and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to fear of the Lord, to the fear of the Lord Yahweh, but the heart is full of deceit. You see, and you have to understand the heart going into your mind. All right. And what does it tell you in Jeremiah 17 and 9? The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Okay. Who can know it? So sometimes our mind is again, because we live in the flesh, that mind is made to deceive you and throw you off. All right. But when you're walking in the spirit and you have that spirit of discernment, you should be able to discern yourself and examine yourself and be like, yo, I'm going off, something off on me. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go off, trust me, the Lord will let you know you're going off. You'll start doing something that you're not doing. Your normal routine is not the same no more. So that's a question, a red flag already to be like, all right, something's wrong here. Let me figure this out. All right. And then you got to pray upon it, man. And the Lord will give you that answer if you're sincere with it. Okay. I know I wanted to bring out another scripture, man, and go into it. Looks like I didn't put it in. Hold on, let me see. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's what I wanted. All right, yeah. This is what I wanted. Give me 1 second. Yeah, and I'll probably pretty much end it with this. This is Amos 9 and 9. I'll get it from here. Amos 9 and 9. All right, and it says, for lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in the sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All right. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Yeah, and some people that's in this truth, man, they'll be in that type of spirit, because they're being, bringing out the word and they feel like they're fully being dealt with, you know what I'm saying? they might have that type of thought where like, ain't nothing gonna happen to me, man. The Lord is protecting me. Hey, to remember, the Lord could get you at any moment and humble that part of you real quick to show you, you know what? Yeah, I'm dealing with you, but I could also put you in this state of mind and mess you up. All right. Again, why you have to constantly what? You have to constantly examine yourself daily. All right. Because you don't want to fall into that spirit of thinking that you're good. You're not in the kingdom yet. You're not on the chariot, so you don't know if you're good. All right. Let me go into this word sift here. All right. It says sift. It says to quiver, totter, shake, reel, stagger, wander. Look, the Lord gonna stagger us, all right, being in this truth and have us wondering, okay? It says sift, which we know sift also goes into inward agitation of the mind, all right? But we're going with this word stagger right here. You know, he could stagger you with your thoughts, all right? Test you, like we just brought out in when we read what was it the flesh is weak. Okay, so you know that word temptation was just going into a whole bunch of beautiful words. So he can stagger you and have you wondering, man, wondering to the point if you're really in the faith or not. Matter of fact, totter. Okay, when you go into that word tottering, all right, it says, oof, damn, that was even heavier. Disturb. Yeah, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua could come and disturb you from the work you've been putting in. That's good work and edifying, and disturb you suddenly to have you going off, man, just to test you to see if you're going to be a good brother to brothers. All right. Are you going to pick brothers up? Are you going to start talking shit about brothers? Are you going to start doing this? All right. That's how the Lord works, man. Let's grab this word tottering. There you go. Tottering. Tottering. It says totter. It says move in a feeble or unsteady way. The Lord can make you feeble, make you unsteady. You were steady this whole time doing this thing, but now he's going to put you in an unsteady state of mind, right? It says a person who makes a living by salvaging salable items. Nah, that's not what I want. Totter says, walk unsteadily, stagger. It says to stumble. Yeah, see, the Lord could cause us to stumble, which he's causing a lot of us to stumble to try us, man, to see where we're at, where we really remain. How fervent are we in this truth? How grounded we are. All right. Cause shambles. It says to hobble, sway. Okay. It says to sway, Shaw. That's pretty much the point on that. Woo! Unstable. You see? The Lord can make us unstable suddenly, man. Here it was, you were doing all this word, you were going hard, and all of a sudden you unstable. You was a brother that was bringing this word out for years on point. Now all of a sudden you're unstable. You're all over the place. Like, what's going on? You see? This is why you fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And this is why you examine, again, yourself on a daily basis. And this is why keep your mind on the prize, on the mission, because the sifting and the sifting of Israel, all right, our people, those that are in the truth right now, the 2/3 is always going to be sifted away from this truth. The 2/3 is always going to be 2/3 and be doing shit that they're not supposed to be doing. But the important ones that matter is us, the elect. So we have to be sifted at one point to see how we are amongst each other. You see, not just what you're doing with the truth, but amongst each other, because the brotherhood is important with each other, man. Yahweh Shah clearly said that the brotherhood was important, man, that we have no schisms. Okay, we have to be all in one accord, and on point with each other. All right, it says be unstable, be unsteady, be shaky. You know, shake things up. The Lord will shake things up and make it real shaky out here, man. To the point where it puts that fear back in you to get on your ass, get on your job. All right. Woo! Be on a point of collapse. You see, like we can be in a point where we can collapse out of this truth and you're done. You see? Causing that division amongst the brotherhood. You know, and then we fall and collapse and causing all these schisms. It's going to mess us all up when we're supposed to be strong all in one. Okay? Falter. Man, these words is heavy right now. Be insecure. Yeah. No more are you secure in the truth because you give diligence to make your election and calling sure. But now because you off and you're doing shit you ain't supposed to do, now you went from being secure in this truth to now you're insecure. You see? You're insecure if the Lord's going to keep you in the truth or turn your ass into a reprobate mind. All right? And this is why you got to continue to fight. Fight the good fight of faith. Let all that shit go. Let the bickering shit go away. That's women shit, man. Stay focused on the truth, on the mission. The mission is the important thing, man. As long as you keep on that mission, these things on the sides that are happening, they're not going to bother you. They're not going to cause you to what? Stagger, to be unstable, or to be to walk unsteadily. You see? So, hey, that's pretty much the point, man. All right. These words right now, I just want to go hard right now and keep going, but I can't. All right. But I got to get ready to go. So, hey, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. If the Lord allows, maybe I'll do a part 2 or whatever. But I believe the point has been made, man. The house of Israel is being sifted heavy right now. The pride spirit is in the air, man. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it bother you. Just keep pushing the word, man. Whatever's been done from now from the past, just erase it. Let it go. Keep going. Keep pushing. All right. Let not the what was the scripture? What is it? Dwell not upon I forgot how it goes, Salakia. But don't let whatever already has happened, you can't change it. It already happened, man. All right. Just keep focused and keep pushing from now on and keep doing what you're supposed to do. You know, don't let these things come back into your mind and plague your minds, man. All right. Let not that damn, man, I got the scripture in my head. I can't get it out. It's not letting me get out. But just don't let these things bother, man. Just continue to keep yourself focused in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And that's the only thing that matters, man. Stay focused on prophecy. Keep bringing out this word, man. Please, Babu Shaw. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloim La, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Hakim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. Keep pushing, keep enduring as good soldiers in Yahweh Shai. Best believe I'm going to continue to pray for all brothers, man. All right? For all the brothers that's in this truth, okay? Just keep doing what we're supposed to do and keep your eyes on the prize. Shalom.